Let me give you the background on all this because, look, we really don't give a shit what they think, John. I'm sorry to tell you this. Roman is furious. He's beyond furious. It messed up my whole day yesterday. He went from making 4.5 billion to being so angry, I can't tell you. And his anger was purely this. Why are you dealing with amateurs? Why don't you do your due diligence, find out if they got money, find out why it's taken so long. You've told them what the deal is. They don't want the deal. Walk away from the deal because I'm not going to be involved in it. He's pissed. He's really pissed.
Sir, do you recall a Navy SEAL training class you attended?
My bud class? No,
Yes.
that I'm not giving. I'm not giving my bud class out. Not to anybody. We don't do that. I'm a special ops person. I can't even have social media. So I'm giving you the information.
Oh, wow.
And that's information.
Classified stuff.
Oh, yes. I mean, all of our ops are classified. They're black ops.
I feel extremely good of the hounding and beating that I have given Johan Kildridge Harrison, now Johan Kyle, John Harrington, John Harrison, all these AKAs. I have thwarted him in a number of schemes to cheat people out. I have been contacted by these people about this thing and have saved hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So 10 days ago, I get contacted by a guy who is a potential investor with another group of other investors that are going to invest a lot of money, $150,000 apiece, to a guy named Johan Kyle, which through the searches, what I've done on the internet, found the video and figured out who he really was. And they reached out to me. So, in trying to get Johan, there is a Zoom call that is set up. He is going to get on this Zoom call and tell all the ins and outs of this business deal. Now, there isn't one. He just wants the money. I'm told he is very cautious. He's very smart. He's very charismatic. He's charming. That's what they say. He's charming. Charming guy. And, of course, the SEAL thing is front and center with him. In past things where they have saw him or done the Zoom thing, they say he won't show his face. So that was a big problem on the thing, but, we're going to roll with it. So I get set up on the Zoom call. My name I changed to Don Wayne. That's my middle name, Donald Wayne Shipley. I try to not stoop to the levels that these guys do with lying. I cleaned all the walls off behind me, all the tridents and everything. The shelves are bare, the wall is bare, and I knew he was going to recognize me. So I kept my hand in front of my face. Well, that was pointless because he just really, in hindsight, looking back at this video, I was the furthest thing from his mind. Is immediately he gets on and he says, let's videotape this. I'm in the shadows watching. He can't see me. I'm there. He knows there's 3 people there. And he suggests, because this guy is going to go back to the investors and tell them, and we're going back and forth too much. These guys are not going to give out money without some proof or hearing the full plan or anything else. And so he tells that to Johan, and Johan says, just record it.
As a Navy SEAL?
Always as a Navy SEAL. Still a Navy SEAL.
Officer, enlisted?
I retired as an E9, Master Chief.
E9 Master Chief. And I'm sorry, what was, when did you retire?
I'm sorry?
When did you retire from the Navy?
94.
94.
And there he is. There he is. I just thought I would hear this voice in the background, but I did not. Johan immediately starts the pressure, the bullying, the condescending, a bunch of amateurs. He starts mentioning names, the name of a Russian billionaire. Then he's been doing this since 2012, clinging to this guy that he owns part of Johan, the Denver Broncos, and just this grandiose stuff. That is the pressure tactic. When somebody starts forcing themselves on you and calls you amateurs, and that they're going to pull the deal. This is immediately what he says. Roman has told me to pull the deal. You're all amateurs out there. And that is, that tactic of, if guys really want that greed, oh my God, he's going to take the deal. We better start kissing his ass and get that money to him.
I'm recording now, yeah.
Let me give you the background on all this because, look, we really don't give a shit what they think, John. I'm sorry to tell you this. Roman is furious. He's beyond furious. It messed up my whole day yesterday. He went from making $4.5 billion to being so angry, I can't tell you. And his anger was purely this. Why are you dealing with amateurs? Why don't you do your due diligence, find out if they got money, find out why it's taken so long. You've told them what the deal is. They don't want the deal. Walk away from the deal because I'm not going to be involved in it. He's pissed. He's really pissed.
So as you'll see, he gets on this story about being involved with an AIDS drug in Africa. He's naming all these countries. Now, it's only Russia. Now it's Mumbai, and he's in Africa and Nigeria. And he has polished this story for years. And even the guy that is helping me, the potential investor, realizes that he's just running off at the mouth. And he wants to undo him quick. And he tries to shut him up. Johan isn't having any part of that. He means to tell this story and get that money.
So funny enough, this is on October the 22nd, on my birthday, 2005, we signed the deal with them in Mumbai.
All right, so I've got Don, this fact checker, who's going to go dive into the company and work with you on some background stuff. And I'm trying to get him to join. Don, I don't see him. Don, did you manage to make this meeting? We want to go through just some of the fact checking.
I know. Who's Don?
This is Don Wayne. He's a fact checker.
Hi, everybody.
On board.
Hi, John. How we doing? Johan or Johan?
It's Johan. How are you? I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Just getting some background information on everybody. Could you tell me a little bit about your background, sir?
Well, Tom, are we going to put our conversation on hold, just going to the background?
Yeah, just go to the background for now, because I mean, what that company did and the lives it saved with that drug, we get that. I tie that in. We got Don's retained to go find the company details there. That deal. He's just doing some fact checking for the investors. They asked him to bring them on board. So,
well, look, System is a publicly traded.
You guys can carry on with this later. This isn't part of me. I got to run. So
I can't hear you.
If you guys want to finish this later, I'll just do my thing now. So
okay,
a little bit of background, sir.
Yeah. So Don, go ahead. Do the stuff that you've got, the background stuff for the investors, and we'll come back to the pharmaceutical stuff later.
Good. Just a little bit of background, Johan.
I was born in South Africa. Spent 2 years in the special forces there as because it's required in South Africa. I emigrated to the United States in '68, and because of my background in special ops in the jungle environment, I was recruited to the special forces in the United States. So I went into special forces in '69, went to Vietnam in '69, and retired in '94, 25 years.
And what got you into this line of work?
Okay, so the year before I was due to retire, I was stationed in Moscow for 4 years at the American Embassy there as a rapid response team leader. I went to the Bolshoi Theater with the ambassador, and after the show, I was in my dress whites and I was standing in a corner while he was schmoozing, and a guy came up to me and said, "I've just been speaking to the ambassador, and I believe you're a SEAL and you're retiring in a year's time." I said, "I am." He said, "Look, I have a requirement of somebody that has the expertise to run my security for worldwide, but specifically for my family, my wife, my children, and myself." He said, "He has my card. Would you call me when you retire? I'd like to at least speak to you about it." So he gave me the card, and his name happened to be Roman Abramovich. And cut a long story short, at the end,
that guy's
yeah.
a big
Well, I've been
name.
with Roman for 16 years now.
Sir, do you recall a Navy SEAL training class you attended?
My bud class? No,
Yes.
that I'm not giving. I'm not giving my bud class out. You know, not to anybody. We don't do that. You know, I'm a special ops person. I can't even have social media. So I'm giving you the information.
Oh, wow.
And that's information.
Classified stuff.
Oh, yes. I mean, all of our ops are classified. They're black ops. So, let
So
me just
would we
finish.
be
So,
able to get any
a year
discharge
later,
papers or anything?
I beg your pardon?
Would we be able to get any discharge papers or anything from your
Well,
service?
I have my DD, of course.
Okay.
But let's put that on hold. Because
Any
I'm not-
awards, sir?
I'm sorry?
Any awards?
That's it for me. So you got my information. We may not even go ahead with this deal because I haven't
You,
finished talking to John
do
yet.
not recall-
Right
Do you not recall
now
who
they
I
want
am,
to.
sir?
I'm sorry?
I did a video about you a few years back, Johan. It's Don Shipley. You remember me? That retired Navy SEAL?
No, I
Got
don't.
all over you and caused you to change
I
your
don't.
name to Kyle.
Would you just put John back on, please?
I really don't think he knew who I was. He's starting to put this together in his head. Oh my, the video. Well, that video's been down. I've been off of YouTube for a while, but it's still all up everywhere. And on this site, it's all over the internet. It took him a while to put two and two together. He tried desperately to talk his way out of it. Classified, black ops. And then when the shit hits the fan, he starts trying to discredit me, that I was thrown off of YouTube. See, he's telling this guy he does not know me. I don't know who you are. Well, he knows the shit out of me. He knows the shit out of me about everything. All the YouTube thing that happened. And that's where he starts trying to downplay me, you know, of being a con man myself and all this stuff.
Oh, he's here. I'm saving him a boatload, but you don't recall me, sir?
Not at all.
Come on.
No,
There's
you got to try it.
Don
On
John,
your chest.
John,
You got to try it
this
tattooed on your
conversation
chest,
is done.
and you can't give out any
You can come back
information.
on when you're ready.
So who does that?
Yeah, I can't. I've lost the picture.
Yeah, I'm sure you have, Johan, you fake. Trying
Don,
to rip people
Don,
off. I got
Don.
you, and I got it recorded.
Don, please listen to me. Your reputation sucks. You know that. They've banned you. They've closed your accounts. You know that, and I know that. I'll send that information on to John.
Now, I guess how these guys found me. So, you know, when you're trying to rip off good people for some hard-earned money, I guess you're in Miami now from Denver, but I know all about you, John. And
Don,
yeah,
and I know equally about
did.
you.
I
mean, you're a
disliked you
disgrace
so
to the- John, are you there?
much. I put up all your passport information, your social, and all that.
John,
I guess
our
you
conversation
like
is
it,
not
but-
with this fat asshole,
well.
it's with you. So when you're ready to talk to me, give me a call back.
He knows me so well and has been following that. He started making jokes about my weight. And then he started attacking Diane. That's how much he has followed me through. That's how much I have made him become a total thorn in his side and a pain in his ass. So that's all he can do is start yelling out, you know, stupid shit like that about your weight and your wife and what a terrible, terrible guy I am. And I never get my facts straight. I could not believe that he clicked the camera button and got on there.
He won't. He won't. But I'll be seeing you on the internet, John. I'll be seeing you on YouTube. I got a new channel now. So and I got a video
Okay,
website.
Don.
We'll get you
Don,
plenty of
you and your-
attention, bro.
John, let me finish talking. You and your fat wife, the pregnant hippopotamus, have got the worst reputation in this industry. You know that.
Who
Why they
does?
shut your accounts down.
I can't understand you with that crazy accent of yours. If we were SEALs, we should be buddies. But I don't remember. I started verifying
we're
you.
not, John, because you spread a lot of bullshit, and you know that. That's why they shut your accounts down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's for sure. Yeah.
I mean, you
Anything
and your
else?
wife were disgraceful in the last
I
video.
started verifying you for an Army, a Marine colonel when you showed up at something in California.
I can't hear you, Don. I really can't.
And
it's got to be something with Don. It's got to be something with your weight that's causing a problem with your speech.
Well, yeah. I mean, why not go there?
So the one thing that
you know that the shit that you spread was disgusting. You know that. You know that. That's why they shut you down. You put out bullshit about everybody out there that you had a personal grudge with.
So all my information
all the way back, Don. And so I'm not going to have this conversation with you. You know it, John. What John should do is John should go through your background.
You're smooth. You're not smooth to me, not a bit. I've been verifying you steady.
John, I can't get that. John, here it is.
Just the one thing is
that Don is across. His accounts were shut down because he spread false information about everybody. Anybody that he didn't like, anybody that did better than him, he spread.
I got quite a fan club. Why don't you click back on and let's get your mug back up here, John? Why don't you give me that unclassified buds class of yours?
Don, you have got to shut your mouth, really, because what comes out of there is absolute bullshit. Now, John.
So, Johan, let me just interject. Johan, John, the one thing I'd say is that your buds class is public. There's no that is a common question to every Navy SEAL. The aviation consultant I had asked for that.
He knows what my bud class was.
No, I don't.
Yes, you did, because you published it, you asshole.
Tell me the class number. I'll pull it up right here, there, tough guy.
John,
just that total. You actually were an Navy SEAL, because the investors have doubt. The investors have doubt about the background because they found Don, and I had to do diligence on this. But your buds class. The point is you're not in the buds class. So if you publish that, which you can, then you can go forward.
Get rid of the pregnant hippopotamus over there. Give me a call and we'll talk.
Tell me the buds class, Johan. I'll pull it up and we'll just end all this right now. And
if you're in a buds class, then Don is completely wrong, and everything he said is completely wrong. If you're actually in a buds class, so just share that.
John, I don't care whether he's wrong or not. I know who he is. I know what a disgrace he's been. I know they shut down all of his accounts for this particular reason. I'm not happy with you, John, that you should have just asked me and said, can you speak to Don? But no.
John, did you know that it wasn't even called buds when he's claiming to have gone through? It was underwater demolition team replacement and a session training in Coronado. Or underwater demolition.
UDT. I mean, surely you remember what UDT was.
There was no buds back
then. There was a
UDT. He can't even get that.
When UDT became SEAL, you know what year it was. You know when underwater demolition teams became part of the SEALs. That's why you got the frogmen as well. That's where the frog.
You said 69. You went through buds. You didn't go through buds in 69.
A complete. What were you told by authorities when you spread these rumors around about 15 different people with all their personal information? What were you told by the authorities?
Oh, you're the one I went after the worst for how much damage you were doing and ripping people off under the SEAL name. You weren't a SEAL. You're a con man, dude. That's how you make your money. I can appreciate that. That's how you eat. I don't like it, but I really don't like you using the SEAL name. And that video I did was graphic.
Your fat ass down here.
And your son, Justin, is not a SEAL either. He's alive and well, I'm sure.
John, where did you find this clown?
This guy.
So the investors, when I brought this up, they surfaced this and said, hey, and it's true that every Navy SEAL has an underwater demolition or buds class. Share that and prove him wrong. I mean, just share that data.
John, I'm not gonna pander to you or him now. Listen, John, I'm very disappointed in you. What you have to do,
that's a lot of disappointment.
To bring in that pregnant hippopotamus with his pregnant hippopotamus wife, who spread so much evil and filth around about people, I'm disappointed. So needless to say, we don't need to.
You know how much he follows me? You'd be surprised. You would have thought, now he follows me. Now it's all these people. He knows my wife. That's why he changed his name. But as of today, that name is going back up. And I guess you're down in Miami now. I think I stayed in that hotel right behind you, the pink one with my hippopotamus old lady. But yeah, okay.
So we're done. We're done.